This is Matthew 16 and 26. And it says, "For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?" I like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle elders, the great millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shati from the Chicago camp coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. Yeah, I know I said in another video it's going to be my last thing about the Oscar debacle, but the spirit hit me with something that I wanted to mention in the previous video, but didn't have a chance to. All right. And it's, of course, you know what I'm referring to, but nonetheless, there's a lot of debate on mainstream and social media. Well, okay, whether it was real, whether it was fake. Okay. And as I was telling my woman, either way it goes, it's tacky, but one is worse. Okay. And I said, if it's real, then what you have here is a mentally, emotionally, and spiritually broken man simping for his adulterous wife and making a complete ass out of himself in front of the entire world, or and quite frankly should be ashamed of himself. All right, but then I said, then there's the other side where if it's fake, it's even worse. And the reason why I say that is because this means that this was planned, this was coordinated, and they had to be approached on this. Okay. And something of this magnitude, it's always a quid pro quo or a this for that. Okay. So with, I'll just say the possibility because I think it is, but nonetheless, if this is fake, it's worse because here it is. You got two coons cooning in front of the whole world, giving our people a black eye. It's not like these two people, Chris and Will, don't have all of their heart's desire. I mean, they're millionaires and they're at the Oscars. All right. You have access to everything a man's heart can desire. So, what was the true motive of this? Okay. Why couldn't you have some people of another nation do it? Okay. Instead of it be you two further enforcing negative stereotypes about Jake. Okay. That's that's why I said that if it's fake, which I think it is, but if it is fake, that's why I say it's worse. Because see, that's one thing about our people. All right, we've been in such a low estate for such a long time that as soon as somebody can flash us an opportunity where we can get some relief or be able to enjoy or taste uh, uh, a fraction of the delicacies of life, then our people jump on it. As the scripture says, uh, was it transgress. I can't remember the whole thing, but I think it's in Proverbs. Yep. Proverbs 28 and 21. It says, to have respect of persons is not good, for a piece of bread that man will transgress. Verse 22. He that hasteneth to be rich hath an evil eye, and considereth not that poverty shall come upon him. Right. Okay, let's break these down. So, as I said before, why is it that it was these two? Why couldn't it have been Tom Hanks and Bradley Cooper? Or why couldn't it have been Scarlett Johansson and Michelle Pfeiffer? You know, what happened that these two possibly could have made an agreement to say, yeah, we'll shuffle for you, massa. We'll shuffle for you. I mean, why? Why do something like that to make yourself just look utterly horrible? Now, Will Smith has been horrible for years. All right, but Chris Rock, not that I care for him either, but you really didn't see Chris Rock, and you don't see Chris Rock in scandals, and you don't see him on TV with his wife disrespecting him, making him look like a bitch and stuff like that. I mean, you didn't see that stuff from Chris Rock. But you have an incident where it's a possibility that it was staged, and it's just like, really? Why? What was the that you got, that you were promised? Was it more money? I mean, I don't know why you need more money. You guys are millionaires, multimillionaires. Was it fame and recognition? You guys are already famous. You all have been in the entertainment industry since what, the 80s? Fresh Prince out first album was in the 80s. Chris Rock, one of the earliest films I ever seen him in was I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. So it's not like these guys have not been doing well for themselves. Okay, we're talking about 40 plus some years in the industry. So it can't be money, it can't be recognition, but nobody knows the hearts of a man, than Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. No one truly knows the heart of a man other than Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, and it said, and for a piece of bread that man will transgress. And it goes back to that original precept that I had. All right. He'll compromise his soul. He'll compromise his whole integrity for that which profiteth nothing. Because when we go into the second 22nd verse, it says, he that hasteneth to be rich hath an evil eye. Why? Because as the scripture says, for the love of money is the root of all evil. So if you hasten it to be rich, when the scripture tells you that you're supposed to do things that when it comes to money, I forgot how it's worded, but he who sows little by little in time shall increase. It's something along those lines, but that's how you should do it, not being hasty. Because if you'll do whatever it takes, if you love money that much and you'll do whatever it takes to get it as quickly as possible, then there is a lot of steps that you're going to miss, that you're going to skip over. A lot of things you're going to do wrong that are not pleasing in the eyes of the Most High. And it says, he that hasteneth to be rich hath the evil eye, and considereth not that poverty shall come upon him. Why? Because of his lack of understanding and him chasing that bag. He doesn't know that the scripture says that riches profit nothing in the day of wrath. Okay. Therefore, when that destruction comes upon him, he's not going to know what to do. And that reminds me of a story of a man that bragged about riches, and the Lord took his ass out. Let's see. Hopefully I can find it, because I don't want to Yep. Luke 20 and Luke 12 and 16. It says, and he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully. And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do, because I have no room where to bestow my fruits? All right. And he said, this will I do. I will put down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thy ease, eat, drink, and be merry. All right. But the Most High said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then who shall those things be which thou hast provided? So is he that layeth up treasure for himself and is not rich towards the Most High. Right. So you got these guys, Will and Chris, all right, possibility, cooning, selling their soul for a piece of bread, not realizing that they're causing great shame. All right. And what's going to be a greater shame at the end of their days is that all this money that they done sold out and cooned for and shuffle step, it's not going to save them. Why? Because as the scripture said, they weren't rich in the Lord. Okay. They didn't set up for themselves treasures in heaven. All right. They set up their treasure on earth where moths can destroy and thieves and robbers can break in and take. And because of that, their trust in this system and in their money is going to fail them. Whatever they sold their soul for is not worth it. It's going to fail them in the end. You know, this is like I said, it was another aspect of this whole thing that I wanted to bring up earlier, but the spirit didn't bring it to mind, but I'm glad the spirit brought it back because now I can talk about it. But that's all I wanted to say. Just and it just goes to show you how wicked our people are. Like truly wicked our people are. That's why the scriptures say that the leaders cause thee to err. You have to remember Will Smith and Chris Rock are big in a lot of people's eyes. All right. People listen to what they say. I know it ain't everybody. Not a lot of people like them. All right. I'm one of those people. But nonetheless, if Will Smith and Chris Rock say something, it's going to get people's attention. What does the scripture say? What a rich man speaketh? Let me just get that. Speaketh. Oh, it would help to spell man right. I thought I had that. I mean, it's not the most important one, but seeing as I brought it up, I want to get it. Yep, Ecclesiastes 13 and 23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith, they extol it to the clouds. Right. Even though they're not liked by everybody, when they speak, people listen. All right. People look at these guys as an example. That's why I call them idols. And because of they have that type of notoriety and weight behind their name, all right, people will follow them, making our people err. Tell them that it's cool. You can get up in and put hands on another grown ass man. That you can make an ass out of yourself. That you can go simp for your wife. All right, these are the things that action portrayed. And you know, Jake is easily influenced. All right, so they know that Jake is either going to talk about it or do the same thing. And the Lord's going to require the consequences of this action. As the scripture says, Galatians 6 and 7, be ye not deceived, for the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reapeth. So you, Chris Rock, Will Smith, they both have a heavy price to pay for being in the position that they were in and didn't use it for the benefit of the kingdom, but instead chose to be simps and coons and sambos, shuffling for bad Uncle Esau and creating an even more horrible situation, all right, for our people. But that's all I want to say on this. I hope you all ratified. Till the next time, we're going to say shalom.